92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
Well, I do declare I'm excited about today's second date update.
You're a Southern woman?
We have a bona fide Southern gentleman on the phone, and I can't wait to talk to him. His name is Jeffrey, most likely Jeffrey Beauregard. That's what I would think. His email said that he just moved to town from the South and is having trouble meeting ladies and finally found a date, and now she's not calling him back. Jeffrey, I say that is a travesty that would happen to you.
Well, I gotta agree with you, ma'am.
Oh my God, he's actually batting his eyelashes at you right now, Jeffrey. You better be careful. He may drop a white glove on the ground any moment.
Well, I gotta tell you something. Where I'm from in the South, there ain't any women who talk like him or look like him anymore. So,
way to just dash my dreams, Jeff. How you doing, man? Thanks for your email.
Yeah, I guess I'm doing okay, all things considered, except for this girl not calling me back. That's why I'm here.
Yeah. How long you been in town? And I'm assuming that you've been listening to the show for a while if you're willing to do a second date update with us.
Yeah, I've been here for a little over a month now, and I actually move around for work a lot. I've been all over the South, and I'm kind of starting something new in here in the area, and so I like my morning shows. I'm trying to meet people and do stuff like that. So I heard you guys, and Jubal, maybe it was that inherent Southern charm you had in there.
Well, I do tend to connect with my Southern gentlemen, don't I?
Mm-hmm.
Tell us a little bit about the girl that you want to call today.
Her name's Alana, and I think this story is it's just sort of typical, I guess. We went out to a restaurant on a date. We met online because I'm new. I don't know anybody in this area, so I was going online, and so went out to a restaurant. Now she had to drive. Sort of a long story. My car is actually being shipped.
Okay.
I'm not going to go into all that, but
when you say car, I'm assuming you mean jacked up truck, right?
Yeah. That's how it is in the South. We all got trucks.
And had you online dated when you lived in the South, or is this your first go round?
I've done a little bit before, nothing too serious. This is it's a little embarrassing because I don't have my car, and I'm not usually the one that the girl has to come pick up. That's a little embarrassing for me, but she was cool. It didn't seem to matter to her.
You know what? No matter how progressive you think, it's always kind of weird whenever you're going out on a date. As a guy, you just feel like you should be the one picking them up.
Absolutely.
And I've gone on a couple dates like that when my car was in the shop or whatever. I was like, yeah, you want to go out? And she's like, sure. And I was like, well, you got to come pick me up. It's always kind of an awkward conversation for some reason.
Yeah, that's kind of how it felt.
Did you make her get out of the driver's seat just so you could open the door for her?
No, I didn't do no. I know where I am. I didn't try any of that stuff. So, but I think I know why she's not calling me back. We went to dinner. It was fine. We talked, had a good time, but I didn't have my wallet on me. I realized it fell out in the car. So at the end of dinner, when I realized I was going to pay, because I at least do that much, and I realized my wallet had fallen out. So I asked for her keys to go look back in her car, and she kind of looked at me nervously, gave me the keys.
She probably thought you were about to steal her car.
Yeah.
Because you read a lot of these news stories about people who go out on online dates that end up stealing somebody's car on a first date.
Oh, no, I've never read about that before. Is that a thing people do?
Oh, yeah, it is, dude. Go ahead and Google it. There's stories about it all the time.
I'm sure she just thought you were cheap, not that you were going to steal her car.
Yeah, I mean, we've been making jokes about how I was a fish out of water all night, so, maybe she was thinking I was some weird serial killer car thief person.
Yeah, I mean, it seems convenient when you're at dinner and you're like, oh, man, I left my wallet in your car. Can I borrow your keys, please? I'll be right back, I swear.
Yeah, that's exactly why I think she might not be calling me back. But I found my wallet pretty quick, came back, and I paid. And so after that, of course, she drove me home. That's weird again.
That's even weirder.
At the end, we shook hands.
Ooh.
It was the first date. I didn't want to kiss her, not on a first date. That's not how I was raised.
So can I ask you, did you offer your hand first, or did she offer the handshake?
I think I offered mine. Yeah, I offered mine first.
Okay.
That's weird.
Put her there.
So, at the end of the night, I just leaned over, shook her hand, and she smiled, and I was like, I think I said something like, this was a nice time, And I think, if you'll be hearing from me again, I hope I see you soon. Something like that.
And what was her response to that?
She said she had a fun time, and I said, can I call you again? And she said, sure.
And did you call her again?
I've only called once. I have texted like 3 or 4 times. But, it's a little confusing because I know it was a little crazy asking for her keys and like that kind of thing. Mm-hmm. But, I came back. I didn't steal her car. I didn't do nothing like that. And she said she had a lot of fun. So I'm just confused.
All right, well, we're going to play a song. Come back, call her, and get your second date update, okay?
All right. Thank you.
All right, man. Hold on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
For today's second date update, Jeff is on the phone with us. He's a Southern gentleman who just moved here. Met a girl online. They went out to dinner. Nothing really crazy about dinner. Said they had a good time. The only thing that happened, and is the reason that he thinks he's not getting a call back, is that during dinner he realized that he forgot his wallet in her car because she had to drive because his car isn't here yet. So he asked for the keys, went out to the car, grabbed his wallet, came back in and still paid for dinner. Yeah. But he thinks that might have been kind of weird for her. It is kind of weird to be like, hey, first date, don't know you very well, but can I have your keys, please? So we're about to call her right now. Jeff, you ready to go for your second date update?
I think so, yeah.
And
all right.
Why do you want to call this girl? I mean, I just think if I was new to town, I'd want to date around a little bit.
I do want to date around, but I want to see her again first. I want to follow up with her and spend a little more time with her first.
Yeah, you're not trying to fall in love with her, right?
Well, I don't know. I mean, who knows? That's kind of the whole point of dating, but I just want to see where it goes.
I guess you don't know unless you get a second date, right?
Yeah.
Hello?
Hi, can I speak to Alana, please?
Yeah, this is she.
Hey, Alana, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
What, who?
Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning?
I don't know who that is. I'm sorry.
That's all right. There's a lot of people that don't know who it is. It's a radio show, morning radio show. How you doing?
Okay.
I'm calling you because you recently went out on a date with one of our listeners, and they wanted us to get a hold of you.
Okay. What's their name?
He's a Southern gentleman who just kind of moved to town. Do you know what I'm talking about? His name is Jeff.
Yes, I do.
He actually emailed us and told us a little bit about your date and is confused as to why you're not calling him back, so he asked us to see if we could get you on the phone and find out why.
I don't know. I just didn't really work.
You didn't really work?
The whole date was just weird. There were little things that happened the whole date, and it just didn't really go well.
Okay, can you put it so that we can tell him? Can you describe in your own words the date then? Because it sounds like more happened than what he told us. Yeah.
I mean, we're just really different, really, really different. I think during dinner, I went to use the restroom, and I got back, and I heard him pass gas.
At the table? Like, were you sitting back down, or were you just coming up to the table?
I was coming back to the table, and as I was sitting down, I definitely heard him pass gas.
Oh, bad timing.
So you were did he not notice that you were there yet, and you were walking up and he farted?
Right, basically. He didn't say a single thing about it, and I just kind of sat there and thought, okay, well, I guess we'll just let this go.
Did you guys have that awkward moment where you both know that the other one farted and you kind of sit there in silence for a second, like, is somebody going to bring it up? And then you go,
I did, but he kind of seemed like it was totally fine.
Oh, but what is he going to say? I mean, you'd have to pretend like it didn't happen on your first date at dinner. Yeah.
Well, I kind of tried to just forget about it, but then we get to paying for the check, and he tells me that he thinks he left his wallet in my car and whatever. I mean, I get it. Like, maybe it just fell out of his pocket or something. So I gave him my keys, and I was praying that he wasn't going to, steal my car or do anything. But he came back, and he paid for the bill, and everything, everything was fine. And then, I really thought maybe I would go out with him again. But then I got home, and I was getting my bags and everything from my car, and I realized that the change in my change box in my car was completely gone.
No
Like,
way.
wait.
So you're accusing him
on.
of stealing the change out of your car.
100%.
Oh
No
my
Are you-
way.
100%.
Really?
I had quarters in there. I know I keep my change there as like my little, thing where I just throw my change. It was completely gone.
Why
All I
would
could
you
think was
steal?
that this hillbilly from the South took my change, stole from me. So I wasn't even gonna, he tried calling me, he texted me a couple times. I did not even want to respond. I don't even want to see him again. I don't want to hear from him. I can't even believe that, like, the audacity he would have to call a radio station knowing that he stole from me.
Oh, man.
You said you don't want to hear from him ever again.
Never again.
Okay, well, that's going to be tough because he's actually on the other line listening.
You actually noticed the change was gone for your car?
What the is going on?
That's Jeff.
Oh, my God.
Hey, Alana, it's me. It's Jeff. I've been here the whole time.
I don't want to talk to you. Like, you know what you did, and I don't want to talk to you.
Alana, don't you think you're being a little paranoid, accusing Jeff of stealing the change out of your car? I highly doubt that Jeff took the change out of your car.
I took it.
What?
You did?
You actually stole change.
Alana, just listen for a second. I mean, first off, it was a couple bucks, and it was a tip. It was a tip.
You actually stole it?
I checked my wallet. Cash was a little bit low.
This is a joke.
I needed a little extra for the tip. It was only a couple bucks. That's something I learned in the South. You tip good when you go out.
Yeah, but
Your own money.
I was going to pay it back on a second date. It totally slipped my mind to even mention
A
it.
second date? You really think I would go on a second date with you after you stole from me?
It's not stealing. I was borrowing it, and I was going to pay it back on the second date. We do that all the time in the South. It's no big deal.
you do, Jeff? Like, that's a common Southern thing to steal each other's car change and use it as a tip?
No, it ain't stealing. I'm not stealing nothing. I'm borrowing change. It's change.
Jeff, it's
How often do you notice change in your car?
it's
I got
only
change in my car. It's been there for a long time.
Oh my God.
count.
It's
Yeah.
only borrowing if you actually ask somebody for money and then tell them you're going to pay it back. You can't just take it.
I forgot.
Oh, my God. This is just all ridiculous. Jeff, I think you're a dumb hick.
Oh!
I don't understand why we're even having this conversation. I don't have any more time for this. Our conversation's done.
That was quick.
Oh, wow.
Jeff,
Damn.
you still there, man?
I don't get it. I was going to pay her back. It was a couple of bucks
Yeah, but
from a car that I was going to use for the tip.
Jeff, you should probably ask before you do that, you know?
Look, man, it was my first date with her. Yeah, I was nervous about everything else anyway, and I forgot. I forgot,
All right, well,
and
my advice to you would be next time, if you're ever in that position, don't steal somebody's cash from their car, man.
you keep saying stealing. I've heard it enough of your. I didn't steal nothing.
Okay,
I didn't
Jeff.
steal.
All right. Hey, man, listen, I'm just telling you that you probably shouldn't take money from people's cars, even if it's like a Southern thing like you said. It's definitely
You
not
just
done here.
Stop talking to me about all this. You DJ radio high school dropout. You don't know what the you're talking
Jeff,
about.
Oh, my God.
that's the first thing I will agree with you on. I am a radio host. I know that. Don't be so mad. I'm just trying to help you out.
Yeah, well, a lot of help you are.
Did that just really happen?
We just got hung up on twice,
Wow.
which is impressive. And
Not
that
bad.
might be a first time for that.
I didn't even get to ask if they wanted to go on a second date.
But
I guess I'll have to email them. See if I can get them to go out again.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
We get emails from time to time from people who want to do second date updates, but they're scared to use their name for whatever reason. They want to remain anonymous, like the guy on the phone for today's second date update. Won't even tell me what his name is. I said, fine, we'll give you an alias. How about Farkley as the name? And he said no. He just said he didn't like the name Farkley.
Yeah, because he sounds like a golden retriever.
But we can call him Dennis. So, quote, Dennis is on the phone, end quote. What's up, Dennis?
Hi there, guys. How are you doing?
Good, man. First of all, why the alias? Why don't you want us to use your real name?
Well, I just prefer not to have that information out there. It's a public forum here on the radio. I, just prefer to keep it secret.
Dennis, can I just ask you right off the bat, you're not married or anything, right?
No, I'm not. I'm willing to say that. I'm not married.
Okay, you're not married. Good. So why don't you tell us a little bit about the girl that you want to call today? What's her name?
Well, her name is Kathy.
Is that her real name or a fake name?
I'd prefer not to say. That's the name I'm giving you.
Well, I'm going to have to call her, so I'm hoping that's her real name.
She's like, Kathy's not here right now. I don't know how to help you.
Well, fair. She'll respond to Kathy.
Okay, so
okay. All right. Where did you meet Kathy?
Or can we know that?
I met her where she works.
Okay, and where does she work?
It's a store in like downtown area.
Okay, and do you work at said store as well, Dennis?
I would rather not say.
What are you going to answer for us then?
We would like to get a little information from you. So far, you've told us that you met a girl whose name could possibly be Kathy. We don't know your name, and you won't tell us where the store is or what you do there.
Well, I understand, just too much information might compromise myself or Kathy, so, I will do my best to answer as much as I can.
Okay. Well, we're going to try to get to the bottom of how your date went, at least. So, did you strike up a conversation at the store and then ask for her phone number, or is that asking too much?
Well, I'll say this much, that I did meet her, I did speak with her, and I found her to be attractive, certainly, and also very unassuming. I felt like she wasn't a threat.
She wasn't a threat. What are you?
I have to be cautious. That's all. I really have to be cautious.
Okay. So what did you guys do for your day? I think probably know the answer, but what did you guys do when you went out?
We went to a place and had a conversation.
Can I ask what type of place it was?
I will tell you it was an eatery of some sort.
An eatery.
Eatery.
Okay,
so you ate food.
Are you able to open up to Kathy and just not us? Like, at least on the date you had real conversation?
Honestly, I'd rather not get into the specifics of that. I will say that we had a conversation, and I found it to be engaging. I'll say that.
So did you have a good time? I feel like you can tell us that without too much information.
I will say that much. We did. I thought it was I thought we had a good time.
Okay. Ooh, we figured out something. So you went out with a girl that you met somewhere, and you went somewhere.
You ate
that
something,
maybe
possibly.
had food, and then you enjoyed yourself.
Yes, that's all correct.
Okay, so what do you think went wrong in your very vague date?
I will say that I didn't notice anything in particular that might have gone wrong. At the end, we did go back to her place, and I did try to kiss her.
Okay.
But she said to me she didn't want to kiss. And I remember she said specifically, "Let's save it for next time." And I'm sure that's what she said, because I made sure to write it down.
What?
You wrote it down?
Like in your diary or what?
Well, I wrote it down when I got back to my car. I had a notepad in my car. I wrote it down.
Okay.
That
so
is
she said,
weird.
"Let's save the kiss for next time," meaning she probably was hoping for another date with you.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I thought, yes.
Why are you writing down what people say?
Well, it's a good tool for remembering conversations. You never know when you're going to have to recall what happened. I try to keep a good record.
Right.
You
never know when you're going to be calling into a radio station to do a second date update, but not giving them any information other than what the girl said to you at the end of the date.
I'm sorry, guys. I know it sounds ridiculous that I can't say very much, but look, I listen to you guys faithfully every day. I know you guys are very funny and find you very helpful. And, I was hoping, granted, I know I'm cautious, but I'm hoping you can help because, honestly, you're basically the only ones that we can trust.
We meaning
That is...
like the royal we, like you are calling yourself we, or you and her?
Yeah, I'd rather not get into that, but
Of course your other wouldn't.
But I will say that you guys have no motivation to put us in harm's way. So that's, I feel I feel like I can trust you.
Not at all. I want to get you a second date. I'm just hoping this works out because I have no information.
Dennis, are you concerned at all? Because you've heard these second date updates that when we call the other person, Kathy could tell us all sorts of things about you.
Well, I don't think that's possible. She doesn't know enough about me to compromise me in any significant way. And frankly, I'm also very concerned about her safety.
Whoa.
You're concerned about her safety?
Yes, well, I've tried to contact her since our date each day, and she hasn't responded, so I'm growing, concerned.
What do you mean,
don't think that maybe she just didn't want to go out with you again?
Based on what I wrote down, let's save it for next time. I'm doubtful.
Okay.
Wait, what could be the worst case scenario here? Like she's kidnapped?
Well, I'd rather not go into the specifics of that, but I'll just say it could be bad, and I'm hoping that you will be able to get her on the phone.
Okay. Well, we'll play a song, come back, and then we'll call her and get your second date update, okay?
All right, thank you.
Okay, don't go anywhere.
Okay.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
If you missed the first part of today's second date update, it's one that's shrouded in mystery. Dennis is on the phone. That's not even his real name. He asked to go by a different name because he doesn't want his real identity out there. He didn't really tell us much about how he met the girl that he wants to call or about the date at all. He didn't really tell us much of anything other than he had a good time and he dropped her off at the end of the night, tried to get a kiss, and she said, what did she say, Dennis? What were her words?
She said, let's save it for next time.
Let's save it for next time, which means that she was probably planning on another date, but now she hasn't called him back, and he's wondering why. And we're going to get her on the phone, and hopefully maybe she'll give us a little more information about your date.
Let's hope.
Dennis?
Well, we'll see. There's really not that much more that she could tell you than what I've already revealed.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
So
this
just
sounds-
no details at all. You tell stories like I do. No wonder my friends don't like hearing stories from me. It's like, how was your day? Yeah, it was all right. Not much happened. That's it. Okay, well, I'm going to dial her number and see if we can get her on the phone and find out what happened, okay?
Okay, thanks very much, guys. I really appreciate this, and I hope you're able to get her.
Yeah, let's see. All right, I'm going to dial her number right now.
Hello?
Hi, may I speak to Kathy, please?
This is she.
Oh, that is your name. Cool. What's up, Kathy? How are you? My name is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Oh, I'm good. I'm sorry, who is this?
This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning. It's a radio show.
Oh, sorry. Can I help you with something?
Yeah, you can. We actually got an email about you from one of our listeners. And this is going to be hard for me to tell you who it is because I don't really know much about him or what you guys did together. But apparently you went on a date with somebody who listens to our show.
Okay.
And now you're not calling them back for another date.
Okay. Who was it?
Well, he wouldn't tell us his real name, but he's going by the name of Dennis. So did you go out on a date recently with like more than one person?
Well, you don't have any other information than that?
I just know his name is Dennis. That's what he'll let us call him. He said that he met you downtown and that you guys went to eat. Somewhere. And that he tried to kiss you at the end of the date. The only details that I have is that he tried to kiss you at the end of the date and you said to him, let's save that for next time.
Okay. All right. So you're talking about...
I you would give too much information right off the top.
Yeah, I don't know anybody named Dennis, but I do know somebody that sounds familiar to what you're saying. That
Really?
The guy told me his name was not Dennis.
Oh my God. He was so frustrating to talk to. He wouldn't give us any information and acted like everything was some secret about his life.
Right, yeah, exactly. So, yeah, it could be Dennis. It could be anything. I have absolutely no idea. I don't really know the guy that well, and I didn't really know him much better after the date. So I have no idea.
Okay. Can you tell us a little bit about your date? Because he didn't give us any details.
Oh, yeah, I guess I can. It's one of the weirdest dates, if not the weirdest date I've ever been on. So, okay.
Really?
So we were going to go out to eat, and he came and picked me up.
And he seemed really normal, like just talking to him, except for like these weird little things that would happen. Like when we actually got to the restaurant, he asked the hostess if we could sit at a table in the back of the restaurant, like, you know, further back from everything else.
Okay.
And he asked for that, like, really specifically with the hostess.
Weird.
And I'm, like, thinking to myself, this guy has got to be married or have a girlfriend or something because he's being so secretive about it, right?
Right.
I mean, okay, so he's a little picky about where he wants to sit in the restaurant. That's not like the worst thing in the world, is it?
Oh, my God, I didn't even tell you guys the best part.
There's more to it than that?
Yes. So we're sitting at the table, and he looks at me seriously, and he says, would you mind if we go secure?
What?
And I'm like, yeah, exactly. What does that mean?
Yeah.
What do you mean secure? And he takes out this like magnetic looking thing. It looks like a pen. And he asked me if he could wipe my cell phone.
What do you
Wipe it?
mean? With like a Clorox clean wipe?
Yeah, I mean, I guess I asked him. I was like, well, what do you mean? And he's like, oh, well, I'm just going to clear the information from your cell phone, and then you can turn it off. I was like, I can just turn it off. No, you can't wipe my cell.
Yeah, I need the information on my cell phone.
Yeah, exactly. So, you know, I asked him, I was like, you know, what's your deal? Are you married? Do you have a girlfriend? Is there some reason that you're being so secretive about this? You know, and he started laughing really loud, like uncomfortably loud in the restaurant. And people were staring at us. And he's like, no, of course not. It's just the line of work that I'm in.
What?
And I was like, well, what kind of work do you do? What line of work are you in? And he said, if things go well, then he'll disclose more information to me later.
Oh my gosh. That would make me go on a second date alone just because I'd be dying to know.
I know, it was totally intriguing. I really wanted to know more about him. I really wanted to know, like, what is this guy hiding?
Did you ever get an answer on that?
No. No, I did not. I mean, it was the weirdest date I've ever had, and I was just over it. So I wasn't going to call him back after that.
Well, it's unfortunate that you weren't going to call him back because I have to let you know that he's actually on the other line listening to this conversation and wants to talk to you.
What?
Yeah. Dennis, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Hi, Kathy. First of all, I'm very happy to hear that you're doing all right. I was worried about you because I wasn't able to get in touch. But look, I have to say, I know it sounds bad when you recount it that way, and you know, it sounds like I was being strange and you know, but all I can say is that if you knew more, you would know that I do have my reasons for what I was doing, and it really is best for all of us that I, you know, don't disclose too much information.
Oh my gosh! I mean, is this really happening right now? You're trying to justify what happened?
Look, I understand where you're coming from, but I just have to repeat. I mean, the more you know, the worse it is, the worse it could be.
What?
So then why would she want to date you if the more she knows?
Look, I will say this. I did really like you, and I wonder, you know, if I tell you a little bit more, you know, would you consider going on a second date?
Probably not. I mean,
just give me a chance to tell you. I can tell you a little bit more, and maybe you can decide after you know more.
I would love to hear a little bit more.
Yeah, me too.
I don't know if I do.
Dennis, can you please tell us a little bit more?
Give us
some information about yourself, please.
Okay. So Kathy, I mean, look, I mean, I really shouldn't be. I mean, look, so there are certain government agencies that, you know, are involved in covert operations. You know,
oh my God, are you a spy or something?
Well, okay, I will say this. No, I am not currently involved in any of those government agencies. I'm not currently involved, but I'm very passionate about that line of work, and I would like to be a part of it someday.
What?
Oh God!
So
wait, what?
You want to be a spy?
I will say I would like to be a part of these elite government agencies.
Okay, that's not the way you do it by pretending like you're a spy right now. You like, I don't know, join the armed forces and go through training and maybe go to college.
Why do I have a feeling he's living in his mom's basement?
Yeah.
He's like some internet hacker.
I've done a lot of research, and it involves a good deal of self-control and a certain style of living, and I'm just sort of preparing myself for that now to make sure that I'm ready.
So weird. Dennis, have you had any interviews with any of these government agencies that you're hoping to one day be a part of?
I really can't. I can't reveal that. I mean,
yes, you can, actually, Dennis. You can reveal all of it because nobody cares if you reveal that information, not even the government.
Well, I mean, you can think what you want on that matter, but that's why I'm in training for this, and you're not.
All right. Well, Dennis, I'm going to ask the question to Kathy to see if she'll give me an answer. Kathy, would you be interested in going out with Dennis again, a second date with a spy in training? Maybe you can learn a little bit more about him. We'll pay for a second date.
No, that's okay. I think so.
But think about how you could brag to your friends about how you're dating a pretend spy.
Yeah, I hear you guys laughing, and I understand. You might not understand what I'm dealing with, but I am confident that someday I'm going to have the job that I want. And Kathy, I'm glad to hear that you're okay, first of all. But I also, I'm disappointed that you don't want to do another date, but that it is part of the life that I've accepted.
Part of the job.
What you sign up for when your name is maybe Dennis and you're taking girls out on dates. It's not very easy, is it?
It's true. It is a hard life, but I've chosen to accept it.
Doesn't even get it.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
There's an art to dating. When you go out with somebody and you enjoy your time together, you kind of hang back after the date and don't text right away because you don't want to seem overeager.
No, I hate that rule.
Well, it's a rule that people abide by, and Jason, who's on the phone to do a second date update today, is hardcore at that rule because he hasn't talked to the girl he wants to call in 2 months.
What?
Yep. He's doing the 2-month slow play, which I think is a little too long, but Jason, I don't know, man. I don't know exactly what your goal is here, but you want to call her now for a second date update. Why wait 2 months?
Well, okay, so I think I'm in a little bit of a unique situation here. See, I went out with this girl, Kathy, 2 months ago, and we went to a dinner, and it was okay.
Oh, great. So now you're just rating it as okay. I waited 2 months. It was okay. Figured I couldn't find anything better, so now I'm going to call Kathy back. Is that the plan?
Well, no, I...
Yes.
Yeah, it sounds like that's the plan, Jason. Is that the plan?
Is that horrible?
Yes.
I just think that maybe after, all this time, I came to a realization that this was actually what a date maybe is more supposed to look like.
What?
What does that mean, Jason? Because if I didn't call somebody back for 2 months and then I was like, all right, look, I got to get a hold of them, even though it's been a long time, I really liked them, I wouldn't describe them the way you just described the girl that you want to call. What's her name?
It's Kathy.
Kathy. I wouldn't describe them the way that you described Kathy and be like, yeah, it was, it's good.
Well, let me tell you about our date. So we go to dinner and things are going okay. There were no awkward surprises in the first 10 minutes. And I'm trying to facilitate conversation and talk about ourselves, and every single step of the way the conversation just dies, and it's not like it's the worst date in the world, but it's like that there are these long stretches of silence where you just want to squirm in your seat and you don't know what you're supposed to do.
It sounds like a fabulous date. No wonder you want to call her back.
Well, see, that's sort of what I thought. I thought things were not going well because about 30 minutes in, she starts checking her phone.
So it doesn't sound like Kathy wants to date you either. So,
See,
okay.
that's what I believed. And then the next morning, she texts me and says, "Hey, thanks so much for last night. It really meant a lot to me."
Hey, that's
Okay,
good.
so
Is it
you're
though?
out with her. There's a lot of lulls in the conversation. She's checking her phone 30 minutes in, and you find out that she actually had a great time.
So I mean, I get that text, and I sort of look at it for a few minutes, and then I think, like, no way. There's no way I'm going out on another date with this girl. Like, it was bad.
Yeah.
It was a bad date. It was so weird.
Yeah, and you're like, if that's your definition of fun, we have two different definitions of fun, obviously.
Exactly.
So what made you change your mind?
So it's been 2 months, and I've been on dates since then, trying to sort of figure out what is actually good for me.
Uh-huh.
And every single date has been so much worse than that date. So much worse.
It's like date
So you want to call her after 2 months, not because she was so fantastic, she just wasn't a psychopath.
Well, she wasn't a psychopath, and, like, I didn't have a bad time. It wasn't great, but, like, you know, maybe they say that, like, you know, marriage is like a partnership, sort of like the boring married couple, right? Well, like, you know, maybe this is that right off the bat, and I can know what to expect all the way down the line.
You know,
Comfort.
normally I would be really against this, but I feel like online dating has given people too many choices that you don't ever know what was good. Like if it was pre-online dating, maybe you would have given her a second chance, and the second time it would have been fantastic.
And this date wasn't a bad date. You know, I enjoyed my meal, and the company was okay. It's just,
This is so awkward. It's amazing.
you know, I'm starting to think that okay is what I need, you know. And, you know, I listen to your show, 2 Second Date Update, and I've heard some of the people that are on here before, and I know how bad things can be. And you know, this isn't that, you know. I think this is way better than that.
Yeah, just a little lag in conversation when you guys went out and she didn't, like, mess her pants and throw up on you.
Honestly, it could be so much worse for me. So much worse.
I love that our show is like taking a low bar and lowering it even further.
Yes, to help.
Well, it lets you know. It lets you know how bad things can get.
Oh, that should be our new show slogan.
Yeah.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning lets you know how bad things can get.
I like it.
But honestly, Jason, she's probably not going to be super excited that you haven't called her for 2 months.
Yeah, I realize that may be a problem. I did text her like a day ago and said, like, you know, long time no talk, stranger. Like, just trying to, like, ignite, like, a conversation, and I have not gotten a response, which I don't blame her for. But, you know, I really do want to, like, reach out and at least try to get a second date.
Okay. All right, well, we'll play a song, come back, and then call Kathy and see if she's willing to go out with you again, since she's not the worst option.
All right, thanks, guys.
So awful.
Yeah, no problem. We'll get your second date update right after this.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
If you're just tuning in for today's second date update, we have Goldilocks on the phone. Goldilocks goes by the name of Jason.
Huh.
He's been in the dating world, and most of his dates have either been too hot or too cold. And he wants us to call Kathy for him right now. And Kathy is, well, she's not even just right. She's just okay. And that's why he likes her. He actually went out on a date with her 2 months ago. And hasn't talked to her since. But now he wants to call her to get another date because, according to him, all of his other dates have been so bad that he's thought about it and he's like, this one was actually probably the most decent date I've had in 2 months. So why not give it a shot and see if she'll go out with me?
Jason, I feel like you should tell her, or we should tell her, that you want to give it another shot because, hey, the first one wasn't so great, but first dates are hard, and maybe the second date would be better.
Yes, I think that's part of what I'm hoping.
Okay, that's the message you're trying to get out, not like, well, she was good enough.
Absolutely. I mean, I think I'm a little worried that it's going to come across as, because, you know, I haven't texted her in 2 months. So the fear is that, you know, she'll think what I said.
Yeah. Okay. All right. The fear is that she'll understand the truth.
But I wouldn't even call out how bad the date was. I mean, it was on your end. You said it was boring, but she texted you the day after, right?
Yeah, so I think I'll say something like, I wasn't ready at the time.
I liked you too much, and I didn't know how to deal with it, so I went away for 2 months.
Now we're just lying.
Yeah.
Yeah, it might work.
No.
All right, I'm going to dial her phone number right now, Jason. Here we go. You ready?
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Hello?
Hi, can I speak to Kathy, please?
This is she.
Hey, what's up, Kathy? How are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
From what?
Brooke and Jubal in the Morning? It's a radio show?
A radio show? What?
Yeah, like the kind that you hear when you're listening to the radio and then there are people doing a show on there.
Good description.
We do one of those.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm calling you today because we actually got an email from one of our listeners about you.
Okay.
I know this is weird, but we do a segment on our show called the Second Date Update. That's where if you go out on a date with somebody and then end up not calling them back after, they email us to see if we can get you on the phone and find out what went wrong.
Okay.
Okay. Your situation is a little different, though, because the guy that wanted us to call you actually kind of blew you off, but he's regretting it now. His name is Jason.
Jason, like a few months ago, Jason?
Yep, I think we're talking about the same Jason.
He's calling to get in touch with me now?
Yeah, he emailed us and said that he really enjoyed your date and he doesn't really know why he took so long to get back to you, but he tried to text you the other day and now you haven't texted him back, so he thought he'd enlist our help to see if we could get you on the phone and find out if you would like to see Jason again or if you enjoyed your time with him.
Huh, that's actually pretty funny. That was actually a pretty big night for me, weirdly enough.
The date you had with Jason was a big night?
Yeah, kind of. It's just weird that he's asking now. I mean, like, why wait like 2 months? That's okay.
That's what we said.
What was so big about that night for you?
Well, honestly, that night I kind of came to the conclusion that I was more interested in women than men.
Whoa, what?
Oh. Like you came out of the closet that night?
Well, I mean, that came like a week or so later, but like that night I realized, what it was that I actually wanted.
Whoa.
Good for you.
Wow.
Way to find
And
your truth.
How did that hit you all of a sudden while you're out with Jason?
I just kind of felt like the whole time on our date, I was just kind of bored. Like, I felt like I was really grasping at things to talk about, and they just, nothing was really landing. And over the course of the evening, I just kind of felt like I was more interested in, like, looking at our waitress than I was at Jason.
Was this something you were thinking about, like, prior, or it was literally everything happened that night?
I think I had a little bit of confusion, but I just have been dating men my whole life, and I just, I felt like this was what I was supposed to be doing, and then it was just that night I was just like, what am I doing? Clearly, I'm continuing to date guys that I'm not interested in. Why am I not interested in them? Maybe because I'm not interested in men in general.
Wow.
Good on you, Kathy. So, but I'm confused, though, because you said that you texted him the next morning, like, praising your night with him.
Well, I honestly just wanted to thank him. Like, I really woke up that next morning just feeling like a whole new person. And I wanted to thank him because I feel like that was the turning point for my life. Like, I feel like I know who I am now.
That's amazing.
He read your text completely wrong. He thought you were texting him saying how much fun you had on the date, not that your date was so boring it made you switch teams.
Oh, my God. He thought that I meant, like, that I had a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I meant, like, thank you for helping me figure out my life.
Right. Thank you for helping reveal my truth. Not for all the laughs.
I'm sure he'd be shocked to know that that's what that text meant. And you might be shocked to know that he's on the other line listening and wants to talk to you.
Oh, no.
Jason?
Yeah, shocked is an understatement, man.
Jason, I'm sorry.
I can't believe this. You're telling me that I, like, because you went on a date with me, you realized that,
I mean, it's not there's anything wrong with you.
Well, there is. There's a big thing wrong. Well, there's a thing wrong with Jason.
You've been with guys before, though. I don't understand why, why it was your night with me that changed everything. Like, what was I doing so wrong?
Aw.
You didn't do anything wrong. I think it was just a culmination of a lot of dating of men and realizing that I wasn't enjoying myself. And I guess you were just the last date that I didn't enjoy, that I kind of went, well, maybe it's because I'm not interested in men.
Yeah, but then why would you text me the next morning? Like, that is only something that you would do if you were interested in me.
If I recall, I texted you that, just thanking you for a great night. I didn't ask to see you again. I mean, you didn't text me back, so I figured, oh, great, we're on the same page.
Yeah.
That was still kind of a lie then, right? You didn't have a great night with me.
What? Jason, are you actually butthurt about this?
Yeah, of course I am. Like, I was not the reason that it was a boring date. I don't buy that as the reason she texted me that in the morning. I think she's, I think you're trying to get back at me, if I'm honest. Like,
What?
You think,
Really?
Jason, are you accusing Kathy of lying?
I mean, I don't believe that was the night she decided that she was, playing for the other team. I don't believe it.
So, Jason, you're saying that you are just God's gift to women, and there's absolutely no way that I could not be interested in you.
No,
Is
Kathy,
that
that's not,
what I'm
that's not what I'm
hearing?
saying. I think that maybe you're upset that I didn't text you back, and so now you're trying to embarrass me on the radio, and that's pathetic.
Oh.
What? How are you turning her moment of truth into something that's about you, dude?
I just think it's a pretty good story. You know what I mean? Like, she was on her phone the whole night, and you're telling me that was the turning point of her life? No way.
Texting my best friend because we had been having this conversation about, am I interested in women? I don't know. I don't know how I feel. And I had, just such an epiphany on our date that, I texted her. And I didn't really feel it was appropriate to share with you, obviously.
I think it would have been amazing if you shared it with him. Like, hey, by the way, half an hour into this date with you, I just figured out that I am a lesbian. All right, let's finish up. You want dessert?
Dessert?
I mean, maybe he could have been my wingman for the waitress. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah. See?
All
Jason,
right, well,
I mean, you guys could still be friends. You did help her in a big moment of her life that was very pivotal.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can introduce you to some of my friends. Like, I'm open to that.
Hey.
well, Kathy, what would you say to going out on another date with Jason? We will pay for it. Would you go on a second date with Jason?
I would say if he wants a wingman to help him find women, and you guys want to pay for that, I would love to help him in that situation.
So, Kathy, is that a no, or will you go out with Jason and help him find chicks?
I mean, I do have some friends that I could probably set him up with.
Hey.
You're saying you might have some straight friends who would be interested in me?
Yeah.
Until they actually go out on a date,
For
Jason.
now.
I mean, honestly, at this point, I'll just take any date with anyone who wants to go out with me.
Oh my gosh, Jason.
Well, congratulations, Jason.
Really? Is that what it deserves? So
You
congratulations.
might have got a second date.
I hope I don't bring anyone else to any big realization on my next date.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
All right, welcome back
You're so dumb.
to today's second date.
That is so dumb, and I actually love it.
If you missed the first part of today's second date, Marissa is on the phone, and she works at a farm, and that's why there was a little goat sound to start off the second part of today's second date. And she met a guy named Keith actually in the city when she was out with some friends, and he was very impressed that she worked at a farm, so she invited him out the next weekend to come check things out on the farm. They spent the whole day together. They built a goat pen.
Yeah.
And
It's good, Jubal.
thank you. And then they had like a bonfire and whatever at night. And he slept on the couch. She woke up the next morning to find a note on the refrigerator that said, "I had a great time." And now she's heard nothing from him. So we're about to call him and find out what the reason is. Marissa, you ready?
Yes.
All right. Well, here we go. I'll dial this phone number right now, okay?
Hello? think you may have the wrong number.
No, Keith. Hey, is this Keith?
What? Yes.
Keith, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
What?
Yeah, he's
This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning. It's a radio show.
A radio show?
Yeah, that wasn't a goat who called you. That was me making a goat sound.
I bet he was confused.
Okay.
I wanted to ask you a few questions about a mutual friend that we have.
My mutual friend?
Yeah.
I don't think I have any friends in radio.
No, she's not in radio. Her name is Marissa, and you sort of went on a date with her.
You want to... What now?
I wanted to see if you could tell us a little bit about your date with Marissa, because she emailed us and says that since you guys spent an afternoon hanging out at her farm, she hasn't heard from you, and she really thought you guys had a good connection and wanted to go out again.
She said all that, did she?
Yeah, she did.
It's a lot of groanings.
It's a segment we do on our show called The Second Date. If you go out on a date with somebody and they don't call you back, they email us so that we can call you and find out why. So
A second date? There has not been a second date.
No, I know.
Yeah.
I know. That's what the segment is called. She's basically asking why there won't be a second date.
Oh.
Did she do something wrong?
I don't know. It was okay for a while. It was okay at first as far as dates go. But let's just say it got weird at a certain point. And
was it after you were humped by a goat?
well, she told you about that part too, huh?
Yeah, she told us all about it.
That was one of the highlights, really.
I loved it.
No, honestly, that wasn't it. That was actually, that was a surprise.
Surprise!
But it ended up being, like a funny moment,
Yeah.
When she described the date, it sounded so fun. There was a bonfire at the end. You guys made out a little bit.
Yeah, I mean,
You
on
don't
paper,
agree, do you?
It's like, yeah.
on paper, it sounds great, and honestly, a lot of it was really cool. I was really interested in her whole farm deal, and getting to swing a hammer and stuff. Do that kind of old school stuff was super fun.
Old school
It
stuff.
was great. There was a certain point it got weird. And, just all in all, she's real cool. It's just I don't think I'm ready for everything about what she's got going on out there. So
You don't think you're ready for farm life? When did it get weird?
Yeah.
there was a moment that happened that has been really impossible to get out of my mind.
You have to share. It's killing me.
Oh, it's not killing you.
What does that mean?
It's killing you.
Okay, listen, I'm going to tell you, but I'm not crazy about telling the story. Basically, came out there. We started pretty quick building this goat pen, which honestly was really fun. It was very Little House on the Prairie kind of deal. We're picking up bench rails and super fun.
Okay.
After a while, Marissa asked me, "Are you getting hungry?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm really working up an appetite. This is great." She's like, "Cool, I'll go get some food." And she walks straight over to the chicken coop, and I hear a little commotion in the chicken coop. She comes walking out. She's got a chicken, and she's sort of walking towards the house, and I'm just watching her go, as you do when there's a girl. She's walking away.
Yeah, you always watch, for sure.
And as she's walking away, casual as anything, she just crack snaps the neck of the chicken.
Oh my God!
Wait, why?
So
is
you
that?
watched her murder a chicken.
No.
Yeah.
She just snapped its
Well, you
neck.
guys, come. It's farm life, man.
Yeah, but you don't
I mean-
just kill an innocent chicken.
Yeah,
Hey,
you do if you want to eat
innocent
chicken.
chicken.
For lunch.
I'm just saying.
Absolutely, you do. You pluck it, you cut the head off, and you go to
Jesus.
town.
Yeah, I mean, maybe that's how it's done, but I never wanted to see it happen, and I never had seen it happen, and I never want to see it again.
Oh,
I'm like you.
my
I just like to
God.
pretend that somehow the chicken shows up cooked on my plate. That's how it's born.
I don't ever. Yeah.
So
I know intellectually it was once alive, and now it's a sandwich, but I mean, I see the head of the chicken is pointing the wrong way now. And she didn't even break stride. She just crack, la la la, walking down the way with this, dead feather thing in her hand.
Wow, that's it?
Wait, who's that?
It's Marissa.
yeah, Keith. I should have told you Marissa is actually on the other line listening and wants to talk to you.
Well, you did not say she was on the phone right now, dude.
I know. Slipped my mind. I'm sorry about that. I completely forgot. But now maybe you guys can talk it out a little bit. I don't know.
Listen,
Hello?
Keith, I knew this was your first time at a farm, but, like, I didn't think that you were naive enough to not know where a chicken comes from. You know, like, the stuff on your plate, it gets there. It's not like I sing a little song to it and it goes to sleep and then we have a chicken recent roast. You know what I mean? Like, that's how it happens.
I mean, yeah, listen, hey, I know that happens, okay, but I was not ready to see that, and you gave me no warning. If you had said anything, if you had said, hey, I'm going to go over here and rip the head off a chicken right now, you know, I would have been at least able to brace myself or maybe look away. I probably would have looked away.
Oh, come on. You're so dramatic. It wasn't that bad at all. First of all, I was walking away from you. You saw I had a chicken in my hand, and I said, are you hungry for dinner? Like, you can't connect the dots on that one.
Honestly, I thought you were going to get some eggs.
Eggs. I wanted an omelet.
He's like, makes sense. He's like, she's got a chicken. Clearly, she's planning on making an omelet. Keith?
Yeah, it's not like I massage its butt and it gives me eggs. Like, that's not how it works.
Dude, am I the only one here that's actually really impressed by Marissa? If anything, Keith, I think you should be turned on. I mean, a woman who can take a chicken from life to death, pluck it, and serve it to you for dinner is impressive.
Thank you.
I mean, if we were like, you know, caveman times, I got a debit card. That's how I go and like hunt things, you know. Like, I don't have to go I don't have to like put on like rubber overalls before I do it.
Rubber overalls sound amazing. I need to know where to pick those up.
It's just crazy. Like, you go and you eat chicken all the time, right? Like, why is this an issue?
I used to.
Oh, right. So now you're a vegetarian because of this whole thing?
No, but
Then you're just a hypocrite.
Marissa, this is not like something, you know, in my head or I'm thinking about it and like, oh, my principles. It's like it freaks me out. It freaked me out. I don't know if you noticed. But I did not eat any chicken that night. I could barely look at it because I saw what happened to it. And, you know, that night I was sleeping on the couch and I'd start to drift off and then I would just see you just snapping that thing's neck.
Oh my God!
You hear that,
it was
Marissa?
a horror film.
Keith didn't call you back because he thinks you're a monster.
Oh my God!
Honestly, I thought it was going to take. It has taken me longer than I thought to like start to get over it, and I have not touched chicken since. I can't. I don't even like to smell it. It freaks me out.
Well, I can tell you it looks a lot worse if you're eating a pig or a cow.
Oh, God.
And here's the thing. I mean, the way Marissa did it, she probably had a name for the chicken. It lived a good life. You should be grateful for...
Well, that makes it way worse. Come on. That's terrible. It makes it like it's a pet, like a puppy or something.
Oh, no.
For your information, her name is Sophia.
Oh, no.
Oh.
There you go, Keith.
God, great. Now I'm going to be having nightmares of Sophia's neck getting snapped. Thank you.
Well, Keith, I have to ask the question. I think I know the answer. But would you like to go on a second date with Marissa? We will pay for it.
I got to say no.
Please.
No.
Dude, Marissa, you are better off. You don't want a sissy city boy anyway.
No complaint here.
Oh, man.
All right. Well, Marissa, there you...
The issue is, like, he could have at least said something.
Yeah.
Keith, you never even said anything about it being an issue.
Keith, you could have handled it exactly how I would have handled it if I saw that. If I saw her snap that chicken's neck, I would have screamed and ran. I would have done it. Now gather round, boys and girls. It's time for your second date. And today we have quite a doozy of a story. Young couple went out and had a date on the farm. Now, unfortunately, she's not getting a call back. Where did her beau skedaddle to? Well, you'll find out right now in a brand new second date.
Man, those skedaddling bows, I hate that.
Marissa is on the phone to do a second date today, and that's what her email said. She said she had her first date on a farm. I'm interested to find out how that went. Marissa, what's up? How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you guys?
Good. Or should I say howdy?
Yeehaw.
Oh, I like that.
Whatever you need me to do to make you feel comfortable. Thank you for doing the second date today. So what's the name of the guy that you want to call?
Keith is his name.
How did you end up going to a farm? Your email wasn't really clear on that. It just said that you guys spent your date at a farm.
Right. So, backstory, I actually work on a farm.
Oh, cool. What do you do?
I'm a farmhand, just whatever we need to do, planting, weeding, working with the goats, feeding them, all that. Yeah.
Wow. So that's what a farmhand does.
Yeah.
I had no idea. Interesting. Learned something new.
Yeah, we're more or less a jack of all trades.
Okay.
Cool. I mean, I assume you took him to the farm that you work on.
Yes.
How did you meet him?
So I was visiting the city. I was visiting one of my really good friends from school. We just got together and were hanging out at a bar, and she had a bunch of friends coming down, and he was one of those friends.
All right, so this guy came along in the group of friends that you were hanging out with. How'd you eventually decide to go on a date?
So when he initially walked in and met him, I thought he was cute. So we started talking, and we talked a lot throughout the night. And one of the topics that came up was what I do, which is working on a farm. He was really surprised when I first told him that. And he just kept coming back to it throughout the night, like asking me questions about what I do and how I got into it and just all these different things.
Well, I could see that. It's a pretty interesting job. I've never met a farmhand.
Really?
Never.
Wow. You guys sure are city slickers.
That's
huh?
why I said, like I said, I've only lived in cities my whole life. I've never been out on farms or anything.
Do you think he was using it as a way to get to know you, or do you think that he was more interested in the farm than you?
I thought he was very interested in me because we had other conversations about other stuff, I don't know, maybe he was competitive because I said to him, come out and see if you can handle it. So I did kind of goad him a little bit, but he seemed excited. So he came out and we spent the whole day building a goat pen.
That's awesome.
A goat pen.
I think that that's a really cool way to, one, get to know somebody and really know their personality. How did it go?
He was a trooper. He definitely struggled a little bit. I think it was tiring for him. But
was he a dude with know-how? Or did you have to instruct him the whole time?
No, he definitely needed the instruction. But he picked stuff up quickly. But, you're not used to using muscles like that. You get tired.
If it would have been me, I'd have been like, you want me to nail what into what? No. It's so dirty in here.
Did you see the shoes I wore for
Can
this
we just
date?
go inside and watch some Netflix or something?
Yeah, no, he did show up in Converse, but that was all right.
So, I mean, you think he had a positive experience and he wasn't emasculated by having to listen to a lady tell him what to do on a farm, right?
No, he was totally cool with that. There was one slightly embarrassing moment that happened. After we were finished and we got all the goats in there, we were putting down hay for them and he was bending over. And one of the goats jumped on, kind of mounted him and started humping him.
So he got humped by a goat in the goat pen.
I was going to ask if he got any action on this date, but I guess you just answered my question.
Well, he did. Actually, what was even funnier was that he didn't quite get it. He thought the goat just really liked him. He's like, "Oh, look, the goat really likes me," and then I kind of had to pull the goat off of him.
Really likes
it likes you.
Then he realized what was really going on at that point.
The goat liked you a little too much. Get the goat off of your back. So how did everything end with him?
It was an awesome night. So we, had a bonfire outside, drank whiskey, hung out. He was a gentleman. He wanted to stay the night, but he slept on the couch in the living room.
Wow.
It's easier to sneak out and get back to that goat pen. That's why.
Oh, God, I didn't even think of that.
Yeah.
No wonder he's not calling you back.
Was he?
Oh, wow.
Did you guys hang out in the morning too?
So here's the thing. He was actually gone in the morning when I got up, but there was a note on my fridge that said, "Thanks for everything. I had a blast."
If you left a note, that's still a good sign, right?
That's what I thought. So I texted him a handful of times, gave him a call, have not heard back.
God, it sounds like such a fun day, too, and a romantic end to the whole thing. Did you guys ever kiss when you were around the bonfire?
Yeah, we did. We made out a little bit. It was really nice.
Hey,
Okay, that's the romantic. I was like, what romantic end? He got humped by a goat and fell asleep on a couch. Doesn't sound that romantic. Okay, the kiss, I guess, could be
put it that way.
considered. All right, well, we'll play a song, come back, call him, and get your second date, okay?
Okay.
All right,
good.
hold on.
Have you ever ever been out somewhere and seen like one of those old phone booths that's still around and you're like, oh my God, I forgot about those.
Seriously. My kids came across one not long ago and they didn't know what it was.
Yeah.
Like, what do you do with that? Why are there so many buttons?
It's like when you walk into a business and they have a fax machine in the office and you're like, wow, did I step back in time?
Oh my God.
And one of our listeners says she met a guy in an old-fashioned kind of place.
All right.
Her name is Kara, and she emailed our show for help. Hey, Kara, what's up?
Hey guys, how are you?
I feel like you met him at the mall or something.
Tell us about the guy that you met. What's his name, and where did you meet him?
So his name is Clinton, and we actually met at a bookstore.
Clinton.
That is old-fashioned.
Cute.
Oh, yeah, I can't believe those are still around.
Yeah.
Digital
Dude, hey,
bookstore,
support
or-
your local bookstores. The independent ones, awesome.
Yeah,
No?
yeah.
Nobody?
No,
I thought I'd get a big cheer.
A big cheer?
from that.
Yeah. We throw a parade or something?
not a big reader.
No. So what happened with you and Clinton? How did you end up meeting?
So we actually were in the same book aisle. I'm really into Dolores Cannon. She was like a medium, kind of into that metaphysical stuff.
My favorite medium.
Oh, nice.
Jose doesn't know what
Don't
he's talking
tell her.
about.
She believed me. Come on.
Okay.
So he was into